Hello everyone, this is Crime Alley Comics, and tonight is going to be episode 31 of the Comic Book Artist Spotlight. Our focus tonight is going to be on Adam Hughes. So I know there's a lot of Adam Hughes fans out there, so I thought now would be a good time to go over his life and show some of his books and just have a good time doing it. So, when we get started here, I'll start showing books, pictures of books, and then towards the end, like I've been doing, I will show you a few books that I personally have. In fact, one of the books that I'll be showing tonight is a book that my wife owns. It's a Tomb Raider book, and so I look forward to bringing something of hers in here and showing you guys something that she has. So anyway, everybody sit back and enjoy this spotlight on Adam Hughes. Alright folks, let's talk about Adam Hughes. Adam Hughes was born May the 5th of 1967. He is an American comic artist and illustrator, best known to American comic book readers for his rendering of pin-up style female characters and cover work on titles such as Wonder Woman and Catwoman. He is known as one of comics' foremost cheesecake artists. Not really sure what that means, but and one of the best known and distinctive comic book cover artists. Throughout his career, Hughes has provided illustration work for companies such as DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Dark Horse Comics, Lucasfilms, Warner Brothers Pictures, Playboy Magazine, Josh Wheaton's Mutant Enemy Productions, and Sideshow Collectibles. He is also a fixture at comic conventions where his commissioned sketches command long lines. Alright, so we talked about he was born May 5th of 1967, but he was born in Riverside Township, New Jersey, and grew up in Florence, where he attended a private elementary school. He stayed in Florence until he was 24 years old. All right, Hughes, who had no formal training in art, began his career in 1987. His first comic book work was a pinup in Eagle number 6. He penciled 2 short stories and the first issue of Death Hawk, created by Mark Ellis. In 1988, Hughes became the penciler on writer Mike W. Barr's detective series Maze Agency, as his portfolio bore samples of both that series and Mike, and I believe this is pronounced Gustavich, and that was Justice Magazine. Maze Agency, published by Comico, which I actually have a few comics from there, and edited by Michael Urey, became Hughes' first regular series and his first color work. Despite wanting to draw action-oriented superhero stories at the time, he credited his work on Maze Agency, whose scripts Barr composed in the full script format, with improving his skill and confidence at storytelling. In a 2004 interview, he stated that this work also developed his preference for character-oriented stories over action-oriented ones, both as an artist and a writer. Hughes' interior pencils were inked by Urey's longtime friend Rick Magyar, I believe is how it's pronounced. And because Hughes aspired to ink his own work one day, he took Barr's suggestion that he produced pinups on each issue's back cover as an advertisement for the next issue to practice inking his own pencils. It was around this time that Hughes switched to inking with a brush on the advice of Dave Stevens when Stevens looked at Hughes' samples. Hughes stayed on the series for a year. After 2 years of providing background art or interior pencils on independent books, writer-artist Bill Willingham, who like Hughes had done work for Comico, introduced Hughes to Andy Helfer, the editor on the DC Comics series Justice League America. Helfer was impressed by Hughes' portfolio and asked Hughes to contact him when his contract expired. A few months later, after Comico went out of business, Helfer contacted Hughes, hiring him initially to draw inventory covers for issues like Mr. Miracle, number 19, one of Hughes' favorite creations by Jack Kirby. Hughes was then made the regular artist on Justice League America with issue number 31. Issue 31 being his first published DC comic work. At the time he began on that book, he was still working at the comics shop 2 days a week. He continued doing covers and interior art on the title for 2 years before switching to providing covers only. At the age of 24, Hughes moved to Atlanta, Georgia to join Gaijin Studios, believing that working more closely alongside fellow artists who improve his own skills. Hughes stayed with I think it's Gaijin. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's spelled kind of weird. It's Gaijin. Gaijin Studios for 12 years. That same year, he penciled Comics Greatest World, Arcadia number 3 for Dark Horse Comics, which featured the first appearance of the supernatural character Ghost. He drew that character subsequently in the 1994 one-shot Ghost Special. When that character was given her own series in 1995, Hughes penciled the first 3-issue storyline, Arcadia Nocturne. From 1994 to 1995, Hughes drew the satirical storyline Young Captain Adventure, which appeared in the first several issues of the adult comics anthology magazine Penthouse Comics. Hughes also provided a painted cover for issue number 2 and a pinup in issue number 26 in 1997. In a 2011 interview, he indicated that while he did not regret that work, he felt shame at the time he produced it, as he feared it might end his future prospects with companies like Marvel and DC, and because he feels that depicting full nudity is less fulfilling than merely suggestive art. I firmly think that it's what you hint and suggest that is more attractive, and that goes for both men and women. When you go into full nudity and swing for the fences with the nudity, it can be titillating at first, but after a while you get kind of tired and kind of spent on and decide, hey, you know what? I am just going to go watch the ball game. I think that you need to have the mystery and that layer to be peeled away so that the interest remains there. So in 1995, Hughes wrote and illustrated the 1996 2-issue miniseries Gen 13, Ordinary Heroes from Wildstorm, his first writing assignment. Because he did that at the Wildstorm offices in La Jolla, California, he spent evenings in the suite where the studio's books were colored. And that's where he learned how to color with Photoshop from colorists Homer Reyes and also Ben, and I don't think I can even pronounce this last name, Demagmalou. And Laura Martin. In late 1998, he began a 4-year run as cover artist on DC's Wonder Woman, producing 49 covers for the series. He also provided cover art on Tomb Raider from Top Cow Comics, which I'll be showing you a few of those. I didn't realize it at the time, but my wife had several Tomb Raider comics that had Adam Hughes art. So I'll be showing you, several of those. Let's see. He would eventually gain a reputation as one of the best known and distinctive comic book cover artists. Now we go into the 2000s. When Wizards of the Coast created their 2000 D20 based Star Wars RPG, Hughes created designs for both the original and revised core rulebooks, as well as the Star Wars Invasion of Theed adventure game mini RPG. When he reused his portrait of the Jedi Guardian, Silan Wez, I guess that's how it's pronounced, his favorite character, for the cover of the 2005 one-shot Star Wars Purge as a gag, there was such editorial interest that she was written into the story as one of Darth Vader's early victims. In May of 2007, Sideshow Collectibles debuted a miniature statue of Mary Jane Watson, a perennial love interest of Spider-Man's, based on artwork by Hughes. The statue, which depicts Mary Jane wearing a cleavage-revealing t-shirt and low-cut jeans that expose the top of a pink thong while bending over a metal tube holding Spider-Man's costume, generated controversy among some fans who felt that the statue was sexist. Marvel addressed the matter by stating, "The Mary Jane statue is the latest release in a limited edition collectibles line. The item is aimed at adults that have been longtime fans of the Marvel Universe. It is intended only for the mature collector and sold in specialty trend collectibles and comic shops, not mass retail." Sideshow Collectibles stated, "Our product is not produced to make a political or social statement, but is fashioned after entertainment properties currently in the marketplace. We suggest that if you do find the Mary Jane product offensive, that you refrain from viewing that webpage." Between 2009 and 2012, DC Collectibles produced a series of statues of various female DC characters that were based on Hughes' cover art called Cover Girls of the DC Universe. These include statues of Black Canary, Catwoman, Zatanna, and one of Wonder Woman based on Hughes' cover to Wonder Woman Volume 2, number 150. In 2010, DC Comics published cover run the DC Comics Art of Adam Hughes, a collection of Hughes cover work for that publisher, arranged chronologically with commentary by Hughes on each selected cover, as well as preliminary sketches. In 2014, She Lies at Midnight, an 8-page Batman Catwoman story written and illustrated by Hughes using gray tones, appeared in the 6th and final issue of the anthology miniseries Batman Black and White. On July 20th of 2016, Archie Comics published the first issue of Betty and Veronica, a 3-issue miniseries written and illustrated by Hughes. In the series, best friends and rivals Betty Cooper and Veronica Lodge find themselves at odds over the fate of the town's hangout, Pop's Chocolate Shop, with the entire town divided on the matter. Hughes' intention was to make the characters timely and relevant, and although Hughes had stated that he favored Betty, he has also said that Veronica Lodge is delicious, good fun to write. On December the 20th of 2017, Dark Horse Comics published the 36-page Christmas special one-shot Hellboy. I believe it's pronounced Krampus Snatch. At least that's the way it's spelled, so I don't know if that's correct or not. But anyway, that was written by Hellboy creator Mike Mignola and illustrated by Hughes, although Hughes had previously done a Hellboy pinup in Dark Horse Anniversary Comics by that same weird name that I just said. Hughes' first time doing the interiors on a Hellboy story and his first collaboration with Mignola. The book received mostly positive reviews. The following July, the book won the 2018 Eisner Award for Best Single Issue One-Shot. In January 2019, DC Comics solicitations for April indicated that it would publish a new collection of Hughes' work called Absolute Art of Adam Hughes, which featured the full content of Cover Run, plus more than 100 additional covers with new commentary by Hughes, and a reuse of the cover of Cover Run. The book's release date is November 13th of 2019. I don't remember seeing that come out, but hey, I miss things. In April 2019, Marvel Comics announced that Hughes would provide the covers to the 5-issue miniseries Invisible Woman, the first series to feature Sue Storm as the main character. All right, I've kept you here long enough on that stuff. That's a lot of information on Adam Hughes. So let me just go over a few things, actually a few of the books that he's done covers on. Or actually, let's start with interiors. So for Dark Horse, Comics Greatest World Ghost, 1993. Dark Horse presents number 50. Hip Deep in the Consciousness Stream. Script and art in 1991. And he also done Ghost number 1 through 3 in 1995. Just to back up a second, I want to talk about, he did get some awards, so let me go ahead and bring those out. In 2003, he got the Eisner Award for Best Cover Artist, 2007 Inkpot Award, and February 2008 Inkwell Awards Ambassador, February 2008 presents. All right, so let's move on to DC interior art. So he worked on 52 from 2006 to 2007. It doesn't say which ones, it just says 52. DC Comics 2006-2007. The Origin of Wonder Woman with Mark Waid in issue number 12 in 2006. The Origin of Power Girl, also with Mark Waid, number 36 in 2007. Before Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan, 1 through 4, 2012 to 2013. Harley Quinn, Volume 2, number 0 in 2014. Justice League of America, 31 through 35, 37 through 40, 43, 44, and 45. And number 51 from 1989 to 1991. Let's see. New Titans, number 93. Star Trek, Dead of Honor, 1992. Superman Batman number 75, World's End, But Life Goes On. That was in 2010. He done the script and the art. Teen Titans number 1, Red Wing, 1992. Titans Sellout Special, 3 pages, 1992. Then for America's Best Comics, He did Many Worlds of Tesla Strong. He did 5 pages in 2003. All right, for Vertigo Comics, The Dreaming, number 55, 2000, in 2000. Fables, number 100, Celebrity Burning Questions, and issue 113, In Those Days, and that was in 2011, 2012 for Vertigo Comics. Fairest in All the Land in 2014. For Wildstorm, he did Wildstorm Thunder Book. Let's see, that was in 2000. That was a one-shot. For Image Comics, he did 24/7 Volume 2, The Sweetest Thing in 2007. Gen 13 Ordinary Heroes number 1 and 2, Script and Art in 1996. Savage Dragon, Sex and Violence number 1 and 2. That was in 1997. Then he also did Wildcats / X-Men, The Modern Age, 1997. For Marvel, he did Namor, the Submariner, Annual number 3 in 1993. Sensational She-Hulk number 50 in 1993. X-Men Annual Volume 2 number 1 in 1992. Other publishers: Blood of Dracula number 4, 5, 7, and 11, or 7 through 11. That was from 1988 to 1989 for Apple Comics. I may have a few of those. As I was looking through my books, of course I found, those of my wives, but I was having a lot of trouble finding mine. So since time was kind of passing by and I needed to get this done, I did find one of my Adam Hughes covers, so I will be showing you that as well. So now we go to, okay, we're still with other publishers. So he did Deathhawk number 1 in 1988. That was for Transfusion Publishing. Eagle number 9 through 12 in 1987. Maze Agency number 1 through 5, number 8 through 9, and number 12, and also Annual number 1 from 1988 to 1990. That was for Comico Comics. Nexus Volume 2 number 57 for First Comics. Pat Savage, The Woman of Bronze, Family Blood Special, 1992. Penthouse Comics, number 1 through 5, Young Captain Adventure with George Carrigan and Tom Thornton, and Joel Adams for Penthouse Magazine in 1994 and 1995. Solution number 5, 1994. Star Rangers number 2 and 3 in 1987. Warriors number 1 through 3 in 1987 and 1988, and Wizard number 94 in 1999. Now for cover work. DC, he did Batgirl number 1 through 6 and number 29 from 2011 to 2014. Catwoman Volume 3 number 44 through 82 from 2005 to 2008. Also number 83 in 2010, and Blackest Night, and that was Blackest Night tie-in. Also, he did DC Comics Presents, and the ones he did was Batman in 2004, Superman in 2004, and Fairest in 2012 through 2013. Oh, that's not part of the DC Presents. That was just the Batman and Superman. All right. Harley Quinn number 1 variant in 2013, he did the cover on. JSA Classified number 1 and 2, 2005. Just Imagine Stan Lee creating. Aquaman in 2002, Batman in 2001, Catwoman in 2002, Flash in 2002, Green Lantern in 2001, and JLA in 2002. Rose and Thorn miniseries, number 1 through 6 in 2004. Superman number 7, 10, DC Comics 2011. Uncharted number 1, DC Comics 2012. Wonder Woman Volume 2, number 139 through 146, number 150 through 161, number 164 through 174, 176 through 178, and 184 through 197. That was from 1998 to 2003. He also did the cover for Zatanna, number 13 through 16 in 2011. Getting close to the end of this, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. X-Men, oh, this is for Marvel. Classic, or X-Men Classic number 71 through 79 in 1992. Sensational She-Hulk number 52 in 1993. Other publishers, Big Trouble in Little China number 1 for the SDCC variant in 2014. That was for Boom Studios. Gatecrasher trade paperback for Wizard Entertainment. Ghost one shot for Dark Horse. Life with Archie number 36 in 2014 for Archie Comics. Star Wars Purge for Dark Horse. Star Wars Legacy number 1 through 7 for Dark Horse. Star Wars Rebel Heist number 1 through 4 for Dark Horse. Tomb Raider number 18, number 32 through 34, number 42 through 50. That was for Image Comics. Vampirella number 1 through 3 for Harris Comics. Voodoo number 2 through 4 for Image Comics. And Wizard number 83, 94, 129, and 162. All right. I think my mouth is drying out after that one. So anyway, now I will show you the books that I actually have. All right. So, or the ones that I could actually find, I should say, because I know I have more, because I actually have a signed book by Adam Hughes, but I cannot find it. Like I said, with the time restraints, and I need to get this done, it's just not going to happen this time. So anyway, first up we've got Betty and Veronica. This is the Free Comic Book Day comic. Betty and Veronica number 1. And these are comic books that my wife has. So I get to show you a few things that she owns. So we've got Tomb Raider number 2. I can't remember if this is volume 1 or volume 2. But anyway, so that's Tomb Raider number 2. Number 3, this is Tomb Raider Journeys. Very nice cover. You know what? That first one was Journeys too. I didn't see that on there because it's behind her, right through here. So these are all from these are from Tomb Raider Journeys. Both of those were. This one is also Tomb Raider Journeys, number 4. If I remember correctly, and I'm not, I'm not up on the Tomb Raider comics like my wife is probably, because anything that I get that's Tomb Raider goes to her. But I think the Tomb Raider Journey series, I think that was just volume 1. I don't think there was ever a volume 2 of that. This one's Lara Croft Tomb Raider number 18, and I do believe this is from the first series. I think from 1999. And you can see down here at the bottom Adam Hughes' signature, the AH that he is so popular for. This is Tomb Raider number 41. This is a pretty thick book here. And down at the bottom here you can see his signature, if I can get it to focus a little better. All right. This one's number 44. This is Tower of Souls Part 2. I don't see his signature on this one, but I did check it out, and this is an Adam Hughes cover. So I'm not pulling one over on you tonight. Let me see if I can find. I really don't see his signature on this one. Anyway, moving on. And this one is Tomb Raider Vendetta, number 48, which is from the same series. And I don't know if you can make it out because it's in orange, but his signature is right over here. It blends in real well, so I don't know if you'll be able to make that out or not. Right there. Yeah, I think you can see it. All right. So, that is what I have for Adam Hughes. Once again, if you guys have any further input, please leave comments. You know, if you have somebody else or somebody in mind that you would like to see a video on, some other artist. Like I said, I still have about 30, I think 34 artists on my list. So I've still got quite a few to go, but you know, and I'm starting to find some other artists that I think I want to talk about as well. So anyway, that's all I have for Adam Hughes. There is more, but I don't want to keep you guys here all night. So anyway, I am going to be doing a video probably in the next day or two on. I won a contest when Metarog did his 1,000 subscriber appreciation live video. I ended up winning 50 book lot of comics from Lawrence. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of his channel. Ain't that awful? King of Comicdom. That's it. Sorry, Lawrence. I didn't mean to forget. I just had a space moment there. So anyway, I got those books in the mail yesterday, I believe, and I want to share those with you guys. He sent me some awesome books. So Lawrence, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. They arrived in great condition, and I went through and you know, there's just some really awesome stuff in there. So I want to show that, and plus I may wait until, because I've got a few books coming from Midtown Comics, and hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. If not, I'll, you know, I may go ahead and just do a video strictly on the books I got from Lawrence. So anyway, everybody have a great night. Have a great remainder of the week. We're almost to the middle, so it'll be downhill from there. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I appreciate everybody, and I would appreciate any input you guys might have on these videos. You know, any suggestions you might have for an artist or whatever. And I've received a couple of requests, and I'm going to try to get to those. But I've done research on the two people. Gosh, I can't even remember their names now, but I've got it on my list, and I've got them highlighted because I want to find more information. Cat Staggs, I think, was one of them, and I'm having trouble finding information on her. So and I know I don't think I have any books of hers. So I would like to pick up a couple of books that she's done. And I'm sorry, but I can't think of the name of the other artist right at the moment. I'd have to look it up. Anyway, those are coming, and much more. And of course, I hope to get started on my Corgi Batmobiles very soon. at least with getting them apart, and when I do, I will start videotaping that so you guys can see my restoration process. Once again, thank you for stopping by and watching my videos. Thank you to all my subscribers. I love all you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate this community and all the love and support that everybody gives each other. And that's all I have for tonight. Everybody take care. God bless. And we'll see you all next video.